Okay guys, my name is Lens and I want you to join the Lens Empire by subscribing to my YouTube channel and also smash the like button. I'm Lens. Okay guys, I'm doing this video to show you how you can easily remove this motherboard from your Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 10-inch 10.1 inch. We want to replace the motherboard and we want to do so from this board without removing the frame, right? So we want to do that without removing the frame for this Samsung Galaxy Tab, right? That could be a lot of trouble to remove the frame, right? So we want to replace this board into this one over here. We're gonna do an exchange sort of thing, yeah. So in doing so, this is the one that I took out from that one. In doing so, we need to first remove all these ribbons. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these ribbons from here. One, and you want to also take your time with these ribbons. Also take your time removing these ribbons. Second of all, we need to remove the battery. So we're gonna remove the battery and we have to remove all these screws here for the battery. This is the most effective, easy way how you can remove your motherboard without removing the middle frame. And the reason why I'm confident is because I just removed this one from this frame without removing the entire middle frame. And as you can see, there are different cables underneath here, like for the camera, micro SD, earphone jack, SIM card, and so forth, speaker and so forth, yeah. So as I continue to remove these screws for the battery, and you want to take your time when doing so, as you don't want to damage any of these ribbons here. I know that I'm hustling it a bit, guys, but I'm used to this. Okay, so here's another screw that we need to remove from here. So there we are. We need to remove the connector for the battery, right? So in doing so, the best tool to use to remove that is a flat point screwdriver. You can use a flat point screwdriver and ensure that you put it across the battery icon here and take up the connector easily. You want to be a bit careful with it, as you don't want to damage anything. So you're gonna go ahead and we just remove the battery, yeah. Just remove the battery. Okay, so now we're gonna do a removal for this board, and in doing so we need to unplug the different cables here. There are two speaker cables here. We need to unplug those there. There are also this cable here for the antenna for the Wi-Fi, right? We need to unplug those as well, but we would unplug this one last. We need to unplug this connector here. There are 1 2 3 4 connectors here. We need to unplug those also. One of the connector here, we have to flip the lid. There's a lid that we have to flip in order for the cable to come out. Yeah, and that one is for the camera, and that one could be troublesome. Yeah, so we need to unflip this one. So here we are, we already remove all the ribbons, different cables, except this one. We're gonna leave this one for last, and the reason why I'm saying this is because you want to take your time with this one. Yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead now and lift the board. See, I am holding the middle frame piece here upwards as I lift the board. Oh man. So as you lift, you want to keep this part up, and we're gonna lift the entire thing upwards. Now we already get the board a bit lifted. We're gonna go ahead and detach the ribbon here. So you don't want to forget this important ribbon because it can damage the connector on the board. So we want to remove this now. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna lift this backwards here, and then we're gonna lift the board upwards. So here we are, and you want to take your time as you remove the board. So here you can see the board is removed, and the most important thing that I want to say is that as you can see, this is a very troublesome cable here, and I happen to get it removed with the connector connected, as it would be very difficult to connect that ribbon up inside underneath here. It would be very difficult, guys. So I'm just happy that I did it that way. The thing about it is that this is what we're gonna replace it with. We are going to insert it in this tablet. Yeah, so that means I would have to remove this camera ribbon from the partition where it was. I would have to remove this because we are going to insert this one. So I'm gonna go ahead now and insert this one inside. When doing so, we need to ensure that the cable ribbon are lifted up, as we don't want to bury it down and then when we are looking for the ribbon, it is underneath of the board. So we need to ensure that as we insert the board inwards, yeah, so we need to ensure that they are lifted. Okay guys, so here we are. So everything is legit. Yeah, everything is legit. Let me just zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm doing there. Everything is legit. So I'm gonna connect these 4 cables here. 1, 2, 3. And also the one for the camera that is already connected. Don't forget this one here at the top. We're gonna connect this one here also. Don't forget this one at the top here. We're gonna connect this one here also. Connected. These 2 also connected. And we're going to connect the cable here for the Wi-Fi, and we need to take our time as we connect it. We need to properly align it properly, and then we hit it perfectly connected here. So now we can see that all of the different ribbon are connected properly. Now we